Hi, and welcome back to Ask a Pennsylvania Dutchman. My name is Chris LaRose. This here is Douglas Maidenford, and he is our resident Pennsylvania Dutchman. What do you got to say, Doug?
I have to come clean.
Oh?
I cheated this time. I looked at this question ahead of time. And
Doug, I had this under lock and key. How did you get to it?
I made some notes.
You even made notes on it.
I wrote them right there.
I feel, right in front of me, I feel betrayed. Oh. Whew. Well, I guess I don't have to. We'll just go right into it then, shall we? All right.
Shall we?
Shall we? All right. So this question, as you already know, Doug.
I think it comes in from a guy with the name David.
It comes in from a guy named David, which you already know. And since you already saw the question, maybe you can tell me how to pronounce his last name.
I don't know. M'kynnear?
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 He's M'kynnear? McKinnon?
Comes from cyberspace.
From Cyberworld.
Doesn't even tell us where he's from.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Or how to pronounce his name.
Yeah, right.
Whew, the guy ain't making it easy for us.
He gave a great question, though.
Yeah, well, I guess you'd know before I would. I gotta read it now. What are some of your favorite PA Dutch idioms?
The Pennsylvania Dutch language and culture is full of these really rich idioms, these phrases that we have. And I read the question, I thought, I gotta jot some of these down, because sometimes you get these questions, and then I sit here and I was like, oh, I can't think of any off the top of my head. And then we stop recording, and a day later, I can make a list of 10 or 15 things. Don't know better, here they are. So I cheated this time, because I didn't want to look dumb.
Oh, you're just trying to tell everybody it's for their benefit.
It is for their benefit.
Well, all right. Do you remember them, or shall I hold this for you?
Well, I have some in Pennsylvania Dutch, and then I have some that are in English.
Okay, all right.
Well, the first one. Besser arm und gesund als reich und krank. Besser arm und gesund als reich und krank, which means it's better to be poor and healthy than rich and sick. That's a great one, isn't it?
That is a good one.
That's something to think about, all you people out there that are money hungry.
You don't know what you trade for it.
Another one. This is what my father said all the time. Oh, my grandparents too. Svet mal dritzig. Svet mal dritzig is if literally 2 times, then a third. Which, if something's happened twice, or 2 things happen, a third thing's gonna happen. It's inevitable.
Well, that sounds superstitious.
And it could be like 3 of the same things, but it doesn't have to be. Like, if 2 bad things happen, there's gonna be a third thing. And you can't avoid it. Svet mal dritzig.
A third bad thing or a good thing?
Usually if it's 2 bad things, then there's going to be another bad thing. Or if it's 2 good things, then it's going to be another good thing.
Oh, that's
you
good
can't
to
mix
know.
them.
Oof, yeah, I guess so. They got to balance out.
Svet mal dritzig. That's a good one. What else did I wrote? This one was put all over the place in like trinkets and things back in the day. We grow too soon old and too late smart. Now let me tell you something. Is that not the wisdom of the ages?
I would think so.
We grow too soon old and too late smart.
Even if
how you feel?
I think even if you try to get smart when you're young, you just can't do it. You gotta wait.
Well, the people that think they're smart when they're young usually are not.
Yeah, I think that's true, yeah.
The problem is, by the time you finally figure everything out,
you're old.
Then it's too late.
Can't do anything, but then you gotta you gotta say that old...
Yeah, the problem is the person you're usually saying it to
is
don't
too young to be smart enough
to
don't
understand it. Exactly right. It's a great one.
What a conundrum.
Here's another one that was really popular on like Pennsylvania Dutch trinkets and things back in the 60s and 70s. Why don't you read that one?
Kissing wears out, cooking doesn't. Ain't that something?
Ain't that the truth?
I think I have a pack of matches. It's a matchbook that's about 1.5 feet long.
Matchbook that's 1.5 feet long?
Oh, I could go get it. It's in the basement. I know right where it is. If you could talk.
But it says on there? Kissing wears out, cooking don't?
I think it says on there, but it's also got some good other PA Dutch.
Yeah. So, I mean, anyone that's been in any relationship, you know, at first, kissing, that's all you think about.
No, I gotta get that matchbook.
No, you just wait.
Okay.
That's all you want to think about. But you're not thinking long term.
Long term.
Because eventually, kissing wears on.
But the cooking
doesn't.
there.
It's always there.
Well, that's true. They always say to kiss the cook, though.
Well, yeah.
Well, then I guess it wouldn't ever wear out if you
the trick to life,
good and kiss.
The trick to life is to keep the relationship so the kissing doesn't wear out.
And it starts with the cooking.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, if you keep cooking, the kissing's bound to come.
And if the cooking's good,
Yeah, then you get
then
double.
you get done with that
sandwich.
meal and you're like, oh, honey.
Lay it on me.
Nah, I
Yeah.
have to say, you know, that phrase was popular at a time when the old stereotype of the woman's in the house doing the cooking and the man isn't.
Well, you do a lot of cooking.
I do all the cooking.
I
so
do a lot of
I
cooking.
want everyone to know that 21st century, this still works. Because the kissing could wear out on the men's side, too. You
Yeah,
never
that's
know.
true.
You never know. But the cooking don't.
The cooking don't. And we got another one
One
here.
more. This one might be my favorite.
All right. When you plant potatoes, you get potatoes.
Now, that on the surface, you might say to yourself, what the hell does that even mean?
Well, it makes a lot of sense. And it's
But
deep.
it does make a lot of sense. Now think about this. It really means if we translate it into English, we could think of it this way. Whatever you put into something is what you're going to get out of it. You plant potatoes, you can't imagine that it's going to turn up being lobster tails. Potatoes are potatoes. So if you do something with, you know, if you don't do a good job on something, then the end result isn't going to be good either.
Yeah.
You get out of something what you put into it. You plant potatoes, you get potatoes.
I think
that is wisdom of the ages.
I think it also says that the goal you want must always be precipitated by the correct action, too. You know, you
Boy,
can't...
that was pretty fancy there. Say that again.
I don't know if I can.
could-
That
yeah.
hurt me the first time.
Yeah, you used the word precipitated.
Let's see, what was it? The goal that you want must always be precipitated by the correct action.
This guy's not just a pretty face.
I read a book once. We might have been back in your class. I don't know.
But you're right. I think all too often we think, we can just, we're going to do X and it's amazing things are going to happen. Well, sometimes amazing things do happen, but it usually requires good hard work up front.
Oh yeah, you can't just wait for lightning strike.
You can't.
If you want to have a whole field of corn and all full of vegetables, all different stuff, but you only plant potatoes.
And
you're
you
gonna
don't
get
go
potatoes.
and you don't go and pull the weeds.
Oh, the
Well, there goes
question's
the
gone.
question's gone. And you don't pull the weeds, and you're not going to get anything, right? You got to think about these things.
Yeah.
Those were just 5 that I could think of off. I cheated. I know I did, and that's not fair. I apologize.
I wish I had that matchbook, Doug. I'm telling you, I can be down there in 30 seconds. I know right where it is. You just got to keep them talking.
We'll
keep
post
talking.
it. We'll take a picture and I'll post it on the Facebook page.
On the Facebook. We got one of them?
Yeah.
When were you going to tell me about our Facebook page?
You
Doug?
were on it.
Was I?
Oh, I don't know.
I didn't know. Oh, wow.
This is what I'm working with.
I don't know half the stuff he gets us involved in. He just calls me and say, "Hey, are you busy?" Nah, all right,
I'll be over.
there. Here's some questions.
Listen,
I answered
those-
one already. Don't worry.
Those five things are words that you can now add to your repertoire and think about how you can apply them to your own life.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole point of idioms. Idioms are supposed to teach us something.
I think so.
And it's usually given to you by somebody that probably learned the hard way the first
Well,
time.
the thing is, I love, and I wish I could have collected this stuff a little bit better and sooner, but I love all the old world idioms and the old phrases of wisdom because I think that there's some deep, deep knowledge in those.
Sure there is.
And they don't look like they do. And it takes a lifetime or decades of experience, and then you look at those same idioms and you think, oh my gosh, I wish I'd have paid attention when I was younger when I heard that the
For
first
sure,
time.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Because then there's great stuff, and if I had the matchbook, I'd be able to read you some of them, but one of them said, a new broom sweeps clean,
A new broom does sweep clean.
but the old one is trusty. And there was another one, I guess it wasn't an idiom, but
Half the job is sharpening your knife.
that's true. The prep work gives you the outcome. I remember when I was painting the house, I'm like, do I really need to prime it? Let's skip that one. I feel like I'll just put 2 coats of this. I'll tell you what, prep work isn't everything. Half the job is sharpening the knife.
More than half the job is sharpening the knife, in my opinion. These are all good phrases. I'm telling you, take them to heart.
Yep.
You plant potatoes, you're gonna get potatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Kiss and Merzat, cook and don't.
And those roll together.
Well, sure they do.
You gotta cook the potatoes if you plant, it's great. If you know any other ones, I'm
Boy,
like,
let them in the comment section
Yeah.
down below. 'Cause
I've been wanting to collect this stuff for years because there's so much of this stuff that I heard when I was a kid, which wasn't that long ago. It was only 20 years or so. And I don't hear it anymore.
30 years ago.
It's close enough. It's the point being, I don't hear it anymore because the old people that kept it around, they're not around so much anymore.
Yeah.
And I realized recently, oh gosh, if I want to keep hearing this, I gotta use it. And if I ain't using it, I ain't gonna hear it.
You ain't gonna hear it.
I gotta plant the potatoes.
That's right.
So if you have any good colloquialisms or even old family phrases, they don't even have to be Pennsylvania Dutch, but good ones that you know are old and old wisdom, then send them our way because I really do want to collect those and maybe make a flyer or a book or a pamphlet or something of this stuff just to keep it around.
Yep. So put that stuff in the comment section down below.
Yeah.
And if you have a question,
why you gotta email us?
Do it. The email address is at the end.
Yeah, you know it.
And if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, what in Sam Hill are you doing?
Yeah,
you gotta subscribe, and then you gotta tell all your friends and get them to subscribe.
Yeah, that keeps us going. If we don't get subscriptions, and we think, oh, well,
no one wants to watch our videos.
Guess we'll just stop then.
Yeah, I guess so.
We're gonna a bisschen stop.
Yep.
We don't want to stop.
There's some clippy cloppies coming down the road.
Yeah, now here, listen. Have a listen.
Nice Amish Bucky.
Yeah. Oh, I got the lights on and everything.
Rumspringer.
Yeah. They're moving.
Kissing where it's on.
I think that's what they're doing in the buggy right now.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Yeah. Whew.
All right, hey.
All right, well.
I think it's going to rain.
You heard it from the Dutchman. It's going to rain. So we're out of here. All right. Mox
good. Hey, you can't start like that without... Try it again. Do it again.
Until next time, Mox good.
If you have a question, you have to email us at busterpa@yahoo.com.